god. August 2019, Pillars of Eternity Complete Edition out now on the Switch. Holy shit. I could not imagine playing this game on the Switch. Like... There's a lot going on. I used to play this game on a computer that could barely run it. The frame rate was so slow. I basically had to turn all the settings down to low. I could still just barely run it. I'm pretty sure it was a laptop, now that I'm thinking about it. But, so, yeah. I've been wanting to do another playthrough of Pillars of Eternity. I have Pillars of Eternity and Pillars of Eternity 2 Dreadfire. I kickstarted both of those. I spent an embarrassing amount on the Dreadfire campaign, and I own both the books. So I will be using the guidebooks since I have them, so might as fucking well, right? I have completed Pillars of Eternity 1, the first game, once all the way through, and all of the DLC. I played through the White March also. I think I also did all of the optional dungeon, but I'm not entirely sure. Or if I did, it was on story mode. So that's the other thing. I'm planning on playing this on normal because A, I don't want it to be that hard. I do want to actually like get through the story because I'm specifically streaming this so Cece can watch it and have context to why this is like one of my favorite fantasy games ever. Why this is one of my favorite fantasy worlds ever created. Oh yeah, sorry, I was just looking at the little things down there. I'm like, why is there a 1 and 2? It's because it's both parts of White March. But yeah, I just absolutely adore Eora and like everything. I'm very excited to hear that one of Obsidian's next games, which is kind of like a Skyrim-y type clone, it's called Avowed. I know next to nothing about it except I've seen the trailer and I know it's in this world. It's in Eora. So who knows where or how. I'm very interested in seeing how they incorporate the different like components of the spellcasting. I'm gonna play a spellcaster 100% when I play Avowed. I normally don't do that. My MO is typically like a rogue or something. Yeah. Haha, no. 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 Yeah, no. One save file the entire way through. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, we're not doing expert mode or Trial of Iron. I think I'll turn off some of the helper settings. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Gonna see what that exactly turns off. Okay. Found the wiki page. Huh. Because it disables all the common ease-of-use helper information, it is regarded by some players as the most realistic way to play. Interesting. Not gonna do that. Because I like having tooltips and stuff like that. So, yeah. The music is so nostalgic for me. Because, like, I played this game when it first came out, right? And it's a type of game where you're sitting for long stretches of time listening to this music. So, like, it better be good. So I have to do character creation, which is probably going to take, like, an hour. I haven't decided what character I want to play.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night. Their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Woohoo, character creation. Let's go. But yeah, like I was saying, I haven't decided what class I want to play. I have decided on what race I will play. And that is... Oh, what's also really nice about this game, it has a ton of flavor text, so you can actually do some really in-depth, like, RPing. It is, in case you guys don't know about Pillars of Eternity, it is very heavily based on, like, tabletop RPGs. So think about, like, the Icewind Dale games from back in the day, the Baldur's Gate games. This is, like, a spiritual successor of that kind of computer RPG, where it's very micromanagey. A more recent, if you don't know those games, a slightly more recent version would be, like, Dragon Age Origins. If you play Dragon Age Origins on the PC, you can, like, get into the nitty-gritty of it. I remember it being a little more difficult to micromanage on a console, but, like, on the PC, like, it's obvious what it was intended for. But yeah, so we're gonna play a woman, because why not? So there is not as strongly a sense of, like, sexism in this game. Well, okay, no, wrong. Occupy many domestic, educational, and organizational roles. But, like, depending on where they're from, so, like, okay, Deerwood, Adair Empire, Valiant Republics, they're more, like, the traditional sense of women, but, like, in other areas, they are not constrained to the gender roles. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I am going to play a godlike. I've played an elf numerous times. I'm gonna play a godlike. The godlike are children of the Kith. Kith is civilized races who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits their heads. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder, and that will give me +1 dexterity, +1 int. I like playing the god. So in these types of games, I tend to like playing a character who is kind of removed from society. So like in Dragon Age, I tend to like playing the Dalish elves. In this game, I do like playing the godlike because it can come in any shape or form. So, like, I could literally be whatever. But the fact that I am godlike means that I'm going to be treated differently based on various things. I'm going to go for... Actually, okay, let's read these, because I've done fire and I've done nature. So, death godlike are most distrusted of their kind. Strange growths cover their eyes, or in some cases, entire faces, giving them a sinister appearance. The growths are transparent for the godlike, but opaque for the outside, hiding their features. Death godlike are commonly killed at birth because many cultures consider them to be harbingers of doom. And you get a special attack. When death godlike attack an enemy with 25% less or less endurance, their damage is increased. Tight. Fire godlike. The bodies of fire godlike often resemble hot metal, burnt wood, or stone, with harmless flames that erupt from the cracks in their skin. Fire godlike are objects of both reverence and fear in the Dead Fire archipelago. Many locals believe they have the power to awaken volcanoes, or that killing one will cause a volcano to awaken. In the Deerwood, fire godlike are often seen as sign of the blessing of Magrin, goddess of war and fire. So, Battleforge, when reduced below 50% endurance, fire godlike glow like metal in a forge, getting damage reduction, doing a small amount of fire damage. Okay, interesting. So, death and fire godlike both have a little boost to damage. Moon godlike. The moon godlike are most tolerated of the godlike, while their skin tone and a large moon-like growth on their foreheads may be strange to some. Their appearance are generally considered more palatable by the other kith. Sailors have many beliefs about moon godlike and their propensity to bring luck, though there is little argument as to what kind of luck they there is little agreement as to what kind of luck they tend to bring. Silver Tide, every encounter when reduced below 75, 50, and 25% endurance, moon godlike generate waves of healing moonlight that restore endurance to them and their allies. Wow, I did not know that. That's pretty intense. And then nature godlike, which I kind of lean towards. Nature godlike appear to be a fusion of human and animal features, often covered by plants, moss, or fungi. This has led to the common stigma that they are diseased, and many are killed at birth because of it. Many druidic orders have a keen interest in nature godlike because of their general curiosity as to how souls occupy animals, plants, and stones. Wellspring of Life grants a bonus to might, constitution, dexterity when endurance is below 50%. I like that. So that's a passive. I mean, all these are passives. But like, so this is more of like a supporty, like, passive skill type buff. Moon godlike is a straight up, your endurance is increased. And then these guys deal more damage. I'm gonna go with nature godlike just because I enjoy that. And I can choose. I can be teeny tiny. There is teeny tiny. Oh, wait. That's elf. So elves are smaller than humans. I could be massive. I kind of want to be massive. Like an Aumaua would be... Shall I be big girl? I always lean towards elf. I shouldn't. The elf lore is interesting to a degree, so I might... I mean, it godlike overrides the elf lore. So it doesn't really matter. I'll do elf, just because I have a type. Class time! I don't know. Man, I don't know. I don't want to do a wizard. So, I get Aloth and Adair. Aloth is a wizard. Adair is a paladin, I think? Oh no, he might be a fighter. I think he's a fighter. Pagalina is a paladin. I've played a ranger before. Rangers are warriors of the woodlands and masters of the hunt, always partnered with soul-bonded animal companions. They can be found in wild spaces all over the world. As their lifestyles often tend toward independence and isolation, it is rare for rangers to become an integral part of a large fighting force, though they are often employed as scouts and guides. So that's typically... There's a bunch of ants on my desk, don't mind me. That is kind of typically what I would do, and actually I have a save file not on this computer. It's like on an old computer that doesn't exist anymore. I did play a nature godlike that was a ranger, and I might do that again, possibly. So the two unique classes, two pillars, is the chanter and the cipher. Chanters are kind of like bards, but not really. In every culture across Eora, there are chanters. Many historians consider chanters to be the most ancient workers of magic, their hollowed phrases stirring the collective memory of wayward souls around them, compelling them to generate magical effects in a kind of reenactment. In some societies, chanters form organized groups of storytellers and researchers, but in most parts of the world, they're just time-honored part of folklore traditions. So, the phrases and chants... Chanters can continuously speak chants made up of magical phrases. Phrases produce passive effects and help build a chanter's power until they can use an invocation. And the invocations are powerful magical effects that chanters can create after they've spoken a required number of phrases through their chants. So, a constant buff in the background, and then you have spells, essentially. So I feel like you'd want to be more ranged if you're a chanter, though the chanter companion you get in game does end up using like a greatsword or something like that. I'm trying to think of who I normally have in my team, and if I remember correctly, I do tend to bring the chanter a lot of the times, because it's always Adara, Pagalina, Aloth, and then the other three are kind of up in the air. I typically bring the priest and then ranger, unless I'm already a ranger. And then there's a druid. So I will typically do like at least 2 frontline fighters, at least 1 spellcaster, and then like 2 other supports, either a spellcaster or a long distance. Though I don't think I've ever actually properly executed a rogue. Rogues are vicious killers, feared for the brutality of their attacks. They can be found as often in dark back alleys as in the heart of battlefield skirmishes. Though unpredictable and undisciplined, rogues are commonly used as shock troopers or as part of a surprise assault. Their weathering attacks, breaking enemy ranks, and morale. Rogues tend to congregate in large numbers in cities, or they can be steadily employed as mercenaries or hired muscle. So they are a glass cannon. You want to prioritize their stealth and their sneak attack. I do like having high mechanics. Oh, am I going to do this again? I'm going to do rogue. Cece isn't here to stop me. Fighter's pretty straightforward. Druid's pretty straightforward. Cypher's the other one that's unique to Pillars of Eternity. A recent discovery in the Eastern Reach, ciphers were once called mind hunters by the Glonfathans. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche using an ally's or enemy's essence as the focus of their magic. Though most ciphers are still found in the Eastern Reach, practitioners of the techniques have spread throughout the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but are generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. So ciphers can directly target allies and enemies with powerful soul-focused effects. These powers cost focus, which ciphers build through the use of their soul whip. This is where the book comes out. I have never played a cipher. I have never, actually comprehended what it means. But I feel like I should at least give it some serious consideration. Here we go. So the book says, overview, ciphers are an unusual class using the power of their minds and their souls to affect the minds and souls of other creatures. They are capable of performing many abilities that are unique to their profession. Cipher abilities generally require focus to activate. Once they're activated, the focus is spent. Wizards use complex formulae in large tomes, and priests tap into the passion of their faith. Ciphers are able to operate directly through the power of their minds and yours. Okay, here we go. Areas of focus. Striking. Major area, striking. Supplemental, defense, crowd control, miscellaneous. Low endurance, low health. I think that's it. There we go. Accuracy is average, deflection. It says deflection's supposed to be high. Oh, I forgot this game also gives you, different builds. So there is Psionic Archer build, which would do powerful afflictions, strong AoE, buffs, crowd control, disadvantage, low health and endurance, moderate micro, relies on crowd control. Or do they just do one example build? Oh, alternate builds, here we go. Oh, interesting. So if I wanted to do a melee cipher, it recommends playing it more like an assassin. That's interesting. Let's see. Moderate micro. How much micro do I want to do? Because there's going to be a lot of other things I have to micromanage. Yeah, Barbarian kind of has the least amount of micro. Janitor has some. I might do Cypher, honestly. Just because I've never played it, and I think it would be interesting to finally, figure it out. Yeah, Druid does become a bit... It's saying here Druid can be really high micro, which makes sense. Given what I know about Druid spells. They also have a really good chance of, like, hitting your allies, which isn't great. Okay, interesting. So for fighter, could do a heavy tank, but it's low damage output, low micro. I mean, that's basically what Adair is going to be, so I'm not going to worry about that. I can do a monk. I've never played a monk before. You don't get a monk companion until, like, the White Marches. But it doesn't sound like it's very interesting to play with the build they recommend. Heck, let's go for it. We're going to do a cipher. Because why not? Or I could do priest, so I don't have to listen to Mogren. Or what's his name? Durance. Don't need to listen to Durance talk about Mogren all the time. And I don't like the gods either. The gods are kind of dicks in this game. Which you kind of get more of in Deadfire. Wizard. Yeah, I mean, I always have Aloth. I'm never not gonna have Aloth in my party, so I don't need to worry about that so much. Okay, so yeah, I'll just figure out Cypher this time around. Right? Because where was it? If I understand this correctly, you build focus through just like attacking. Unfortunately, I can't hover. Wait, maybe. Focus. Nope. Focus. Oh, hang on. There's a little bit here in the book. Focus is a resource that ciphers require to cast their powers. Ciphers begin combat with a modest amount of focus, but their more advanced techniques demand larger expenditures. Additionally, repeated uses of even minor powers will quickly drain a cipher's focus, requiring them to dive into physical combat to generate more. The way they get focused by doing damage to enemies with melee and ranged weapons. Send your cipher into combat with traditional weapons to build your focus. When it's maxed out, their inherent damage bonuses get turned off because their focus is full and they can't drain anymore. Interesting. Oh, this is an interesting little tidbit. Powers require focus and a nearby target other than themselves, one with a housed soul. In practical terms, this means that ciphers must always target a nearby ally or an enemy with their powers. It is impossible for them to target themselves, a distant target, or open ground. They have a lot of single target damage powers, which inflict afflictions, and powers that jump from target to target. So Soul Whip is the thing you start out with. Causes the cipher's weapons to generate a field of parasitic energy that lashes out at a target, increasing damage inflicted and generating focus for that. Okay. I think that's where I misunderstood it, where I was really struggling with, like, what is the Soul Whip? And I probably just didn't read enough. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Cipher. Because it also kind of ties into, like, all the other shit that your character is able to do. I'm gonna leave that open just there. All right, God. So this video, or this stream, is probably going to be just like 2 hours of character creation. I'm sorry, but at the same time, not really. And if you know what Pillars of Eternity is and you tuned into this stream, then you know what you're in for. So let's go through these different things. Antipathic. I think it's antipathetic field creates a toxic physical manifestation of the mutual antipathy between the cipher and the enemy target. Okay. Enemies caught in the path between the two will suffer corrosive damage. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Maybe. It's a hard maybe. So I can only pick 2 level 1 powers. Shocks enemies' visual receptors, dazzling and blinding them, as well as blinding nearby targets. Might be nice. Mind wave. Target becomes the object of concussive blasts of psychic energy, suffering raw damage from the trauma. Characters in a conical area behind the target, failing a fortitude check, are knocked prone. That's nice. That's nice crowd control. What about soul shock? Transforms the outer shell of an ally's targeted soul into energy, releasing electrical bursts around them. Characters standing in the area take shock damage. Interesting. Tenuous grasp assails the target's grasp of reality, frightening and confusing them. Whispers of treason imparts a bedeviling secret to an enemy that causes its allegiances to bend, charming them for a duration. I like Soul Shock. I think I'll keep Soul Shock. Mind Wave is nice. Hello? I'm gonna try. Oh no. The name disappeared. Thank you for the follow. Seeker in Disguise. Thank you very much. I am debating what powers I want to give my Cypher. We'll see. What's this again? Okay, that's the beam. And that blinds. Which could be really fucking handy. I think I'm gonna get Ice Strike. And then... I'm gonna hold off on Soul Shock because I know I'm gonna lose companions, and for a little bit of time I'm gonna be wandering around by myself. So I'm gonna go with Mind Wave, I think. Because yeah, I am gonna be fighting multiple enemies. Okay, yeah. So we'll go with Ice Strike and Mind Wave. Oh god! Attributes! Okay, well, I need intellect. So 1, 2... Oop, nope! Wrong way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2. I like have slightly... Please let me have slightly higher Constitution and Perception. This is what kills me, because it's like... Oh wait, I should look at the actual... what these skills actually do. So that increases damage and healing. Probably want more. Health. Perception is shit. I should maybe... I like being a perceptive character. I don't like not being one. Pop those up. Oh man, I know what's gonna happen if I don't have a decent amount of perception. And what's going to happen is I'm going to be sneaking throughout the entire game until I get somebody with a higher perception than me. Let's give me one additional perception. And then I feel like maybe another intellect, dexterity, action speed, and reflex. Let's just pop it in might. Why not, right? Culture! And now I gotta give myself some bonuses. I want to... Deadfire might be fun, because then it's like in the second game we're returning home. Actually, you know what? I don't think I've ever... I think that is a thing where the dialogue changes if you say you are from Deadfire. Which would be interesting. Knowing what I know about Deadfire, I'm going to do select that as my culture. And I was... Drifter would make sense. It also gives me a bonus to stealth. Athletics and lore. Purely roleplay wise, let's go Drifter. And try not to like metagame too much. Now why do... That's kind of annoying that the godlike portrait is just the same girl with different head bits. I mean, I get it. You only have so many options. That's kind of fun. Kind of has like built-in head armor. This one gets like interesting face markings also. Their ears don't really change that much. That's fun. Torn between 2 and 3. Two is actually the closest to the portraits. Oh, goodness. I think what I could do, I know you can do custom portraits in this game. What I could possibly do is try and get a friend to do a portrait for me based on one of these other head things. Yeah, why not? Let's go with this. It's very butch. And I will pick... What? Here's another one. That's cute. Why wasn't that with the other nature godlike? Well, now I want to match, because that's definitely a match for 2. Yeah, well, we'll do that. Why not? Oh no. Voice selection.
Yes? Leading the way. The better part of valor.
Nah.
Oh? I shall lead us. Let us end this! To whispers and shadows. Yes?
No.
I've got this. Let's go! My eyes are peeled. Yeah? I've got this.
I feel like I always choose feisty because those lines sound familiar.
A blade in the dark. Well, now I am leader of the group.
I'm here. I'm flattered.
Nice and slow. Follow me. Let's go. Steady does it. Yeah? Follow me.
I kind of like Stoic also.
Show him how it's done!
I'll take a peek.
Yeah? Watch and learn. Show him how it's done! I'll go on ahead. Just say the word. I'll lead the way. Let's go. My eyes are peeled. Follow me.
I think Stoic is going to be the less annoying one to listen to in the long term. I didn't even think of a name. Shoot. Fool is me. Fool is me. Don't mind me just going to find a name generator. Alright. Using my rudimentary knowledge of Tagalog. Kita. Hop hop. And a done. I thought they'd be talking. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
I'm getting distracted by the different pets I can get. I might have to try and collect all the pets, so I will probably double check that none of them are missable, and then I'll like go around and collect them at some point.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
He nods in your direction. Sparful nods and slides the warm bow over his shoulders. Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Who did build these ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a Beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
What are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I'll go see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
Just double checking. Okay. Just double checking map locations and seeing what I can loot.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time. She needs to find some springberries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beowick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Alright. So, if I hit tab, I get to see all the containers that are lying around.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. What is my mechanics? Character. Mechanics 2! Yes! Just
I've got
open it.
Finished.
Heck yeah! Oh, and I got some extra bits because I was a backer, so I'll put on my little cape. The cape of the Obsidian Order. I will put on my ring, which gives me health, if I remember correctly. Oops. Click. Yeah, so it increases endurance, which is helpful. I will put my miniature space piglet, my giant miniature space piglet. And I will take that potion of endurance. Thank you. You don't need it. Scavenger. So if I remember correctly, there's no point in really talking to any of these people. Yeah. Wait, no, you don't need that. Give it to me. And then we will stash. Oh, yeah, stash the rest of it. There's another thing over here.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Sure thing. One sec. Let me just... Regeneration. Nice. Nice. I will take that. Thank you. So, if I play my cards right, I can keep both Haoden and Kalisha through the dungeon. I have not always been successful at this. You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one of his cheeks with his knuckle. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Here, let's talk to you and figure out who you are before you die.
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
Let's see. Do I want to be... What do I want my... Actually, I should turn off the whatever they're called. These things. Passionate, clever, cruel. I should turn that off and just kind of do whatever I feel like. I always like the clever responses.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Tell me about the Adir Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Saris and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire. A fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
He gives you a lopsided grin and nods at the other scattered caravanners. Why'd you all move all the way out here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Raed Saris? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
He shrugs. Deerwood is a former Adir colony, so it seemed like a good place to start. And as much as I admire the Raed Sarens' work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical. Seems like you got the short end of the stick. I don't see it that way. My brothers and I are all working together for the sake of family enterprise. Let's see what you got. I don't think I have shit. Do I want to waste money on a crossbow or a warbow? Do I? I think I'll skip. I have a lockpick, so that should be fine. I don't think there are many needed moving forward. All right, double checking. Something to loot to the south. Off we go. Let's see. I think I have to go that way. Yep. The trick to this game is to basically always have your finger on tab. Hello, dear. Bye, dear. There we go. Travelers, maybe, or looters, or bandits. Bad sign, any way you figure it. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from its putrid waves. From it in putrid waves, a dark crust bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. Gross. I will take that. Is that better than what I'm... It is better than what I'm wearing. Okay. Good. More lockpicks. Wear that. There. Excellent. Alright, so now an encounter... Oh, I can't go to that encounter yet. I don't think. Actually, I probably could do that encounter, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna do this one first. Oh. Before I get any further, let's see. No, we will stop movement on engagement. Difficulty is set. Here we are. Area of effect highlighted. Let's turn on no knockout. Oh no, we're gonna leave knockout injuries. We are not gonna do unrestricted stash. Yeah, we're gonna do maim companions before death. I'm terrified of losing somebody. You can permanently lose companions in this game if you fuck up and let them die. No. Let's turn off qualifiers. Even though it is pretty handy to watch to see, but it kind of gives me FOMO, so I'm not going to do that. Lightweight combat tooltips will be shown above all characters during combat. Maybe we'll keep that because it's been a while since I've played. Yes, please do that. Auto level companions. I'm going to say yes because I can't be asked to individually level up all, like, what, 8? 7, 6? I don't remember how many companions I have, but there's a lot of them. Show personality and reputation. Oh, okay, no, hang on. So, show the qualifiers. Turn off this. Displays the effects of choosing each conversation option. Let's do that. Hovering over enemies will provide a pop-up comparing their known defense scores to the attacker's accuracy. Display conversation options which the party does not meet the prerequisites. Oh my god, I can talk. Yeah, why not? Because I want to see what I miss out on, apparently. Auto pause, sign party member, character death, low health, enemy spotted. We won't stop party movement. Character hit, character attack, nah, melee engaged. Combat start, stop party movement, yep. Spellcast, target destroyed. Maybe? Yes. No, that's gonna be super annoying. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay. Gibbs. I've never set it up to high. Oh wait, this is literally just... Oh no, that's frame rate. Yeah, let's play it on high. Why not, right? Okay. Yeah, that's all fine. Alright, cool. Let's save. Yes. Hello, did I save? Save game. Aha! Okay, auto-saving is fine. It'll get it done. Alt? There we go.
Huh?
I will take those bits. Who has higher? Stealth 2, stealth 0. I have better stealth.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
There you go, Cash. There we go. I do not have a long distance. So, Kalisha, you come up in here. And, sure, you attack. Alright. And what do I have available immediately? Nothing! Not enough focus. 10 focus, 10 focus. Okay, so I also have to attack. Oops. It's fine. Positioning doesn't matter too much right now. Wow, that did no damage. Gibbed! Alright. Never mind, that was easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Sure. This is it.
You're kind of a mystery to the rest of the caravan. Just some kind of wanderer, the way I hear it. Let's see, how do I want to respond? Number 2's funny. Alright. Just some kind of wanderer, the way I hear it. That sort of thing tends to happen with orphans. Yeah? How has it happened to come here? Wow. Holy crap. Wow, some of these options. I've never had a place to call home. Still looking. You've got a lot on your mind then. Hopefully things work out in the end, but in my experience, they don't always. Kalisha breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Redrick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You're here to settle like the rest of the lot? No, I'm just passing through. That's usually the case with the big city just a little ways further up the same road. Where are you headed? I'll probably wander for a while. I couldn't judge you for that. Been half my life. Just watch yourself. You get too far off the beaten path. These lands are wild in more ways than one. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Oddmal give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Do I want to get to know Kalisha? Not really, unless she, like, speaks her lines. Why are you here? Kalisha sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Jamalti. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me. So I'm here, and we'll see. Adama, I've worked for before. The way she speaks is difficult for me to read. Adama I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. I'm gonna skip more flavor text and just do the Deerwood option. I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be a part of the Adir Empire, broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People have trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now. but somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. Alright, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfle's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come, let's get you water.
Yeah?
You got it. Okay, yeah. Down this way, across the bridge.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
That's not concerning at all. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the tree emerges Sparfle, one of the guides. Barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there's a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Bump, bump. Combat!
Ambush!
Alright. So, you're an archer. Yes. You are not. Let's take you down first. Alright, proceed. Proceed. Wow, really? I'm gonna move around to the back of him? Oh, rude! You're almost dead. You're annoying. I think I can just hit him. There we go. And both of you kill that dude. Gibbed.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
One sec. Yes, bow and arrow. Thank you. This is dead. There's some stuff down there I want to loot.
Right.
There's a hidden thing here. There we go.
Stay quiet.
Heck yes! Wait, the disappointer. Two-handed, very slow. So you're telling me it sucks? Is that what I'm hearing? I can't wear hats. Whoop! And I will take that beer, thank you. Let's set my second weapon up. Damage is better. Fast versus slow. Range is shit. What's terrible do? The Disappointer was touted as a powerful, reliable weapon, but it has consistently failed every one of its unfortunate owners. Oh no. This is a terrible weapon that disappoints anyone who uses it. The gun appears well made at first glance, but closer scrutiny reveals poor design and shoddy craftsmanship. Those who aren't fooled by its appearance still occasionally attempt to use it just to see if maybe the whole thing was made to look this way as an elaborate ruse, hoping that is an artifact of extreme power crafted by a master who desired to conceal its remarkable nature. It wasn't, and it isn't. Well, that answers my question. I will not use that. I will sell it, though. What does beer do again? Damage reduction, which actually might be helpful. I don't think I get drunk necessarily, unless I drink too much. I never changed my colors. How foolish of me. Let's do a dark brown. And then... no. Let's do that. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. Stop. Stop sneaking. Across the bridge. Correctly.
Stay quiet.
Over here is where the next... Oh, there he is. Ooh. Okay. Kalisha, what can you do? Knockdown. Nice. You are going to swap and go that way.
Yeah?
No. Oh, I stopped movement. Okay, it's fine. So coming towards me.
Yeah?
Okay, Kalisha, what else can you do? Knock her down. Oh, I missed. Oh. Are you kidding me? That's annoying. Oh, let's see. That is not an optimal place for my camera to be, I realize. Because you can't see my portraits and my health. Or anything, really. You don't really need to see the... Oh god, you need that. We'll put me right there. And we'll put this up there. Yeah, because you don't really need to see that middle bit. Okay, cool. Excellent. What was I doing? I was hopefully killing things. I have a strange illness. Can I hurt the one on the floor faster than I can hurt the one that's upright? Yes! And now I can do a thing! I need to get closer. Nope. And now you're going to do a little skadoosh. Hop up. Heck yeah! Okay, she got knocked down. Okay. Oh no, she's dead. Cool. Excellent. Great. Attack. Well, this is going swimmingly. What do you have? Constant recovery. That's nice. When did that happen? Heck yeah. Handily done. I don't know if I have a shield? I think I do. Another hunting bow, not necessary. Cool. Is there a way... How do I select? Select all! Backspace. Perfect.
Right.
Yeah. And then... Oh no, everybody's dead! Oh god! All around you lie the massacred remains of other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe, with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Heoden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. I'm going to see if I can... I'm going to cheat, because I want to try and save Heoden. Where does it say... Okay, so I want conclusion 2. Okay, he's just gonna kill him anyways. Okay, so the first one doesn't matter. Oh! Well, that's mean. It does... Wait. It doesn't actually say which one to pick. That's cool. Okay. I enjoy also using lore back in their face. So, 2. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Erglanfath. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them! They mean to kill us all! Let's see. Oh, it does tell me! Okay, conclusion 2 is the one I want. And it's the lore one. The lore and intellect. Intellect 15. Which I have! Cool. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you are worshippers of Galawain. If Galawain told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Heoden winces, but the blows never come. Instead, the man cocks his head, intrigued. Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It has always been known to my people. I see. And what of Galawain's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Galawain would want some moldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? The man's nostrils flare as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did, just not you, personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle and nearly fumbles it, affording Heoden the moment he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Huh! Alright. Heoden, get the fuck out of there. Wait, what can you do, actually? What can you do? Who are you? Oh, he's a rogue. Of course he's a rogue. That is not a good place for you to be, my man. Blinding Strike. Shot! And then I do not have enough. He probably has higher deflection. I'm gonna go for the archer. Kalisha, you get in there and you fuck that guy up. I need to turn off that combat started. Pause. Because that's annoying. Excuse me, what's happened here? Are you blinded? Have you... you used your blinding strike. Oh, it didn't work. Good job, bud. Good job. Are you going to knock him over? Heldon's fine. Yep. And then you knock him over. And who am I attacking? The hunter. Okay. Taking pot shots. Alright, and then I'm going to do Ice Strike. Okay, let's do the main dude. Oh, heck yeah! Oh, shit! Wait! No! I blinded Heoden! I did not mean to do that! Ah! Kalisha, what are you doing? Okay, not much. Oh. Heoden, I'm sorry! Oh, hey, it worked out. Okay, it worked out. Cool. Awesome. Can I loot the bodies? No, I can't. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Audema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Hup, 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 hup. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arm gives out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Heoden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Heoden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Heoden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. From your position, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Ooh, I have a dexterity option. I have a ranged weapon out, so I can actually shoot at the damn guy. Normally, that is a throw your weapon at the attacker. Cool. Alright, perfect. Yeah, fire at the attacker. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Heoden loose. Lurching to his feet, Heoden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Heoden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance to the swelling of the wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Aha! Success.
Was that?
I just realized the camera is now on top of all of the text options. Therefore, you don't need to see the combat log. That will be for me. You don't need that. Just put me down in the corner there. Yeah, that'll do fine. My bad. Sorry, guys.
A Bewick. Had to be.
And we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Alright. Is Kalisha going to get pissed at me this time around? It all depends on whether Heodin asks to rest. A lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. I want to sneak because, knowing my luck, I'm going to run into a trap and trip it, and that's never fun.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Windstorm, of a kind they only get in Air Glonfoth. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glonfothan word is Bewick. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Glonfothans, though those be the hut dwellers Audma warned you about. Look to be Fangs of Galawain, who's the twitches of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Audma. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. The Glonfothan said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Audma will never allow it. But as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glonfothans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? The wheels got a hold of them now. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. You don't seem too upset about all this. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking because there's nothing else to be done. And because there's other people you care about who still need you. Let's get going. Yes! Heodin isn't injured, so he doesn't ask to stop, so Kalisha doesn't throw a bitch fit. Perfect. Okay, there's no traps back here.
Wonder who was here. See if they left anything useful behind.
Stay quiet.
And... oh, there's no secrets here. I will check that. Camping supplies, yes. Hammer and chisel, yes, please. Torch for me. That for the stash. Let me check. So, Warhammer, one-handed, average, crush, pierce, 1218. 1218. There, let's actually do that so I can compare them. So that's crush and pierce, so we'll stick with that. Ooh, wait. But this... ooh. Damage deflection, damage reduction bypass. I kind of like that more. Let's do that. Kalisha, what are you wearing? Yeah, it's fine. Heodin, I'm taking that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, we're good. Why did my phone beep? No idea. No idea. Okay. Turn that off. Let's go. Come, Space Piglet.
They'll never know I'm here.
So what I can do is I can sneak, but turn the the time up. Where am I going? I can go this way. It's a Jarip! A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Jarip. It watches you curiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Gonna back away. Jarp watches you warily as you go. So if I find this thing a piece of meat, it will give me a bonus item. Whoops, don't want slow mode. Don't want fast mode.
Those tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful. Those tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful.
Oh, I just need to toggle it again. Yeah, we're not gonna go that way. If we go this way...
Be quiet.
We bypass the Jarep. There is a monster here we can kill. Ooh, boy. Take that. Well, I guess that goes. The small folio is torn in several places, and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still eligible. Okay, this is just information about the gem, which I already have. Stash these. Yes. Yes. Okay. Onward.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Yep. Okay, Kalisha, you go. And oh wait, hang on. So it was stopped because enemy was spotted. And it's going to stop again because combat started. There, that makes more sense. Always say without asking. Yes! Alright. Kalisha, knock down that asshole. Howden, you're gonna continue up behind, and I'm just gonna whack him. Howden, come
How can I help?
Uncloak, and go for a blinding strike. There. Oh wait, that's me! Oops. Wait. Yes, you're going in for a blinding strike. I am here. I have that. I attack.
How can I help?
Completely obliterated that guy. Alright. And now it gives me a hunk of meat and an ear. And can rummage in that. I will take that for selling purposes. Then we come back this way. Hello, little Jarip.
Huh?
The jar snips around your pack and noses excitedly at something. It steps back and points to your pack, salivating and holding a spear up to you. Give the meat! You produce a piece of skulder meat from your pack and toss it to the floor. The Jarp's nostrils flare at the scent of fresh meat, and its eyes dart between you and the food. It creeps towards the prize, shoving the spear into your grip and snatching the meat with both hands at the last moment. Its gullet quivers as it devours the flesh in noisy chomps. So I got a spear! For all good that will do me. And And now I can loot this. Thanks, bud! And I will take those. And I will stash the hunting bow. Alright,
Sure.
fam. Okay. So I'm not even going to bother with the puzzle. I'm going to go around it, but I want to get all of the loot I can.
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
Yep. Use torch.
Yeah?
What you need?
Aha. There we go. Once more, everyone with feeling. Should be. There's a dead guy. There it is. Go, Alicia. Actually, all of us can just attack it. It shouldn't be that difficult to kill. Oh wow, Harridan really stuck it out, huh? Oh, I am not attacking.
Huh? Let's go!
Okay, let's... Class behavior... Non-auto attack... Defensive. Save. There. That's better. Oozes. You don't need a poleaxe.
What's that muck on the wall?
Gross.
Yeah?
A vicious slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest it's something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clear off the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the detail of his head, from the tight curls of his hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem fills the other. Place the gem in the eye socket. The chamber begins to tremble. Hello, wife. Oh, congratulations. I am proud of you. Your project is done. You're free. Wife is free. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. Hop, hop. Attack! I will give your fantasy Costco a check afterwards. Still need to write up a readme, but then you're done. Do you have time tomorrow to finish? Or is it like, it's presenting and then you're done? Because it might be worth taking a break. You know. What is hiding? What did I find? There's nothing. Hannah has discovered something. What have you discovered, bud? The thing that I already knew was there?
Steady does it.
Ooh, hey, a cloak that actually does something. Take that. The rest can go in my stash. Thank you.
Right.
Did I start a new file? Yeah, I did. I did a brand new file. Brain, not worky. I'm doing a brand new file. My class is a cipher. And yeah, that's about really all that matters. Like the only other thing of note is that my character is technically from the Deadfire Archipelago, which is the setting of the next game. And I did that on purpose because I don't know if that actually has any effect to some of your, like, discussions. Actually, it doesn't. I don't think it does. There's no way to link the two games. That's fine. I like, it's for the RP. But yeah, this is the first dungeon. Our caravan was ambushed by Glonfathens. And, okay, so if I want to walk across this, I literally just, like, don't step on the glowing ones. Anyways, continuing on. But yeah, we got ambushed. A Beowix arrived and basically killed everybody who wasn't already dead.
Could be a shortcut.
Yup. A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Use hammer and chisel to weaken. You set to work. The cracks lengthen and widen from your efforts, but the process is more taxing than you'd expect. Sweat beads your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Continue! After several long moments, you begin to see light on the other side. With one final tap, the several blocks of stone shift, then tumble loose, clearing a gap just wide enough to pass through. Haha. And my health is a little low, but that's okay. Sneak.
Steady does it.
And... okay, yeah.
I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
You
How can I help?
could... there's this... yeah, there's you. Is there anything else? Or is it just you? Oh, there's two of you! Oh, how cute! Okay. Oh, back up. There we go.
What you need?
Kalisha, you are going to... oh, he's been noticed. Ha-hop! And you are going to knock him down. Herodin, you are just going to attack ye. And I am going to attack ye. Hop up. How bad? Okay, that's dead already. Cool.
Let's go.
There we go. Handled. Sorted. Easy. Take those ears, thank you.
Sure.
I don't think... oh, there shouldn't be anything else in here. Yeah. And then I think there's just like spiders or something.
Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
So things are about to get weird. I did set this to normal, right? I mean, I know this is a tutorial area. Yes, I did. Okay. We're cool. Just want to make sure. If I remember correctly, there should be...
they'll never know I'm here.
No, there's nothing. Did I miss... you did not miss Alos's intro. Spoiler, the companions I have right now are going to die. No. Aloth and Adair come shortly. I will probably stop once I recruit both of them, just because my throat is getting a little tired. Yay, make way for Matt Mercer. Yes, indeed. There is a fight in here. Herodin, get your ass in there and take a look around. Spiders. Spiders. Isn't there a spider right there? There's the big spider. Okay. You drank all the water? Good!
Yeah?
So now we know you need 2 drinks at your desk at all times. You need a,
Huh? Let's go.
you need a glass of water, and then you need your energy drink. Herodin, use... nope, don't do that. Use blinding shot. Kalisha knocked down.
What you need?
And I am still not attacking things, probably because I'm so far away. Aha! Okay, so maybe instead, auto attack should be aggressive. Oh wait! Defend self! There we go. Yeah, okay, save. That's what I want. Take the spider legs.
Stay quiet.
There doesn't seem to be anything in this room, but there should be some down to the south. Bats as large as chickens are strung up in the webs. Dang! I will take a look at that. We're not leaving yet.
Nice and slow.
I cannot use a helm. That's okay, it doesn't do shit. I will take those gems. Thank you very much. Just beat it. Alright, plot time, guys. Not quite plot time. In a second. I need to have like tea or something while I'm doing these streams. Ugh, my god. There we go. Plot! 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone, or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Everything's fine, don't worry about it. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air stills. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision, and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now, at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. And my friends are dead. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Theoden and Kalisha lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. I leveled up! And I'm exhausted! Fair. Fair. Hi, friends. I'm just gonna loot your corpses. Thank you. Money's short to come by. I am going to level up. I have many points. Heck yeah. Get those. Athletics is important. Basically just get everything up once, and then I will figure out... Ooh, maybe I want to do mechanics. Okay, hang on. Stealth is kind of necessary. I don't have any lore. That's fine. Mechanics! Heck yeah. Yeah, survival's nice because it gives you a bunch of bonuses. And mechanics, difficulty 4, which is good. When do I get second wind? Wait. Oh, maybe soon. Second wind would be nice. Stealth would be even better. And now I get to choose some spells. A single spell. Soul Shock is the one I want. That's the one I passed up in character creation because there wasn't really a point to have it yet. Now there is a point once I get friends again. Ooh, talent. Okay. Class talents. What is this? Biting Whip. Increase melee damage, increase range damage. Okay, so better attack. What are you? Okay, that's a passive counter. Ooh. I like having more focus. What's this? Greater focus. Plus 10. That will be good in the future. Draining Whip, I think, is A+. A+ what we need right now. Alright. Oh yeah, now I hallucinate. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I will get that, thank you. I'll take that. Loot the body. This massive structure is formed of stone, audra, and copper and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with unusual energy. You know, nothing to see here. It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright. Lower that. Aha! to the Valewood. Except... Oh goodness. Many new viewers right now. Hello.
Ready to sleep like the dead.
Just started a new playthrough of Pillars of Eternity. I am going to be a wuss and stealth everywhere. And I'm going to change my weapon. Take. Oh, you know, casually just a phantom walking. Now, for anybody who just joined the stream, I am a massive nerd for this game. I kickstarted, or I backed rather, because they weren't both on Kickstart. I backed both the first game and the second game. I have the guidebook, which I will occasionally consult, mostly for loot.
Steady does it.
Over there. Or to like double check that I get the right outcomes that I want. Which won't be entirely possible all the time. Oh shit, that's right. I don't want to take on that bandit camp. No, I don't. In fact, I am very tired. And yeah. Now, are you a crossing? I think you are. Yes. Excellent. So there's a bear up north, which I will deal with shortly. There's the bandit camp, which I need to deal with, but I want to get... hi. I want to get some friends. So I don't just kick it horrifically. I will take all of those, thank you. I think the guy is on the other side of... Yep, there he is. And I'm safe. Nanton, hello. You did something terrible.
Hello.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale. Hard luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road, and you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here, me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing, and Pearly, he didn't make it. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm headed home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Nanton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. Where did you find this bear? I know where you found this bear. I don't need to ask. Farewell! Hence to Gilded Vale. Hence. God, it's only 8 o'clock. Holy shit.
Could use some rest.
Yep, I certainly could. In a bit. I'm just gonna plow through all the exposition here, get my 2 companions, and then probably end in the end. Ain't that a lovely sight? Piñatas!
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
I might reconsider your lord's offer.
Nonsense. Gilded Vale is a perfectly suitable village for those who respect the Lord's decrees. Besides, you won't find a better offer anywhere else in the Deerwood these days. And you look as if you could use a fresh start.
What's that supposed to mean?
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever conceived a Hollowborn child?
That's a rather personal question. I'm going to refuse to answer.
That kind of surliness will get you nowhere in Gilded Vale. Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village, and to him, no answer at all is as good as an admission of guilt. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I do not trust him, and I am not going to mention the Bioic. That tree over there. Yes, not everyone has accepted the measures necessary to keep the village safe. Ever since Lord Raderick banished the mothers of Hollowborn, some have taken up arms against him, and while he's been searching for a cure, he's been beset with frauds and opportunists. We've had ciphers, wizards, and animancers come through town, taking the Lord's coin and promising to end the curse. Lord Raderick finally decided to make an example of those who would profit from our tragedy. The latest was an animancer from the Valian Republics who claimed to know techniques none of us had seen. Well, by now, we've seen it all. Again, I don't want to mention... don't really want to mention the Bioic. You said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe, barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Widewind's Legacy stuck, in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. I see. Lord Raderick decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Alright, fine. I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with the Bioic. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Raderick, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Oh, definitely trustworthy. Certainly trustworthy.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. You'll want to mind where you mentioned that. Trespassing on Ingwithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Bareth, have mercy, we certainly have. Maybe so. I'm not gonna say anything, because you are full of shit. Like I said, it's best to stay away from those sorts of places. Goodbye!
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Yep.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
Don't threaten me, little man. It is no threat, only a warning. Lord Radric will tolerate no threats to his kin or those who live upon his lands. Grief will not make him more docile. What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Bareth must be redoubled. What happened? I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps. But it's not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you get some rest at the inn or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Deuces, nerd! There's the boy.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Strange way to talk about your dead. He looks up at the tree and breathes out. Half the town's up there now, seems like. No right way to talk about it. I'm looking for someone who can help me feel better. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. It's your boy! I can't wait till we get to Deadfire because everything is voiced. I won't have to do this except for things that are like environmental. And now here is my boy. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggests an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
What's going on? One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. Mocking us even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show you what these fancy Adira manners are worth. We don't take to that kind of treatment. Not from foreigners, and especially not from Adirans.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
Yeah, Deadfire is a long way off. A long way off. Several hours.
I'll cut that barrel-looking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
I love him so much.
That's where you're wrong.
Oh, I don't have perception, so I don't have my fancy little show off. Don't think attacking him is such a good idea. And why is that? Ooh, I could either be a knight in shining armor, or I could be smart about it. I'll be smart about it. If someone's baiting you as obviously as he is, it's generally wisest to walk away. They look at each other. One of the men gives the other 2 a warning shake of his head before turning to you. We're done for now, but this one better watch his step around here because we're not going anywhere. As the 3 stumble away, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
You mean for making them piss their pants? You're welcome.
Well, That is one way of putting it.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
I'll be awake.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. Well, it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
Just how did you manage to cross those... Gilded Vale, what are you doing here?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
And you? I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. Just how did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. Ah, that. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes, and he shakes his head. I should speak more carefully next time. My apologies. You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
Well, okay, I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Boyfriend number 1 achieved. Alright. Actually. Don't mind me. What was her name again? Pasca? Pasca, don't mind me. There's nobody back here.
Nice and slow.
Therefore, I can steal to my heart's content. I will take those two. Thank you. Is there anything secret in here? Oh, yes, there is. Ah. You take those. Alright. Nothing going on back here. Nothing to worry about. I have so much junk, I need to sell it off. First...
Welcome.
Oh, greetings and welcome to the Black Hound Inn. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by way of good meal today. Unless you're fond of cold porridge. So you can hire hirelings to fill out your party early game. I do not, though. Do companions ever object to theft? Not in this game. Maybe in Deadfire. But yeah, for the most part, they don't even know you're doing it. Ooh, can I sell stuff? Eloth opens his mouth, but seems to reconsider. Nothing for me, thanks. Of course, we're running a little short on goods these days, but we ought to have more soon. I can sell things. What do you have, bud? I don't know. That was worth nothing. Maybe keep that. I'm gonna... I think it would be smarter to focus on weapons that are fast, because then I can build up my focus more. There's no point in enchanting that. Sell that. I'm gonna get Aloth, the Cloak of Protection, I think. The shield does barely anything. Toss that. Gonna hold on to the rapier. Do I need any of this shit? It's literally just that, huh? Camping supplies are nice. What does milk do? Max endurance for 10 seconds, plus 1 constitution for 150 seconds. Whoop! No, no, stop. Cancel. Backspace. Huh. Escape! Grain increases max endurance. I am gonna get... there. Camping supplies. Damage reduction. Damage reduction. Okay. And then... so, the drugs do give you... yeah, you have a withdrawal after using it. So I tend to not do the drugs. But the alcohol has no downsides over long term. I think they just don't give you as good. Yeah, they don't give as good of a buff. But it's fine. I don't like having debuffs. Oh, okay. Never mind then. I don't need that. Alright, I will save it for the other dude. Or actually, I'll save it. I'll actually just, like, get a room. Normally, I don't get a room. You can get a free room, which is just, like, sleeping in the common room. But I can afford Laborer's Rest. Oh, right. Let's just pull out everything. Can I shift click? No. Bomber. I'm gonna sell all of this junk. Actually, let's put that goes there. Goes there. There. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use that rapier. Honestly, this isn't going to get me much. And in truth, there isn't really a good reason to loot all this stuff, other than I'm in the habit of doing so. There we go. Hi, Aloth. Wear that. Don't need that crummy cape anymore. You have a new fancy one. Look at you, handsome man. You don't need a hood. Stop hiding your pretty face. There you go. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like a molding fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you looked at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts and a gust of rancid air as she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Here I am.
Sure.
Let's go. Time to get boyfriend number 2. Thanks, Adair. Alright, here we go.
Huh?
Oh, there we go. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman tangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Reach out for the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in the wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives you a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well, a wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties. You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
I think I survived a Biowick. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you. I don't know, really. Let's see what,
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you? What happened to you? What's an animancer? That's important.
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
See what the other questions are. No,
Of
no other
course,
questions.
dear.
Farewell.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Hi, Gianochi. Thank you for the follow. Yes, so I am playing normal mode. There is an easy mode, and then later after the game's release, they also patched in a story mode. What story mode does is it gives you the encounters of the normal mode, but it scales all like the damage and stuff down and like skews the battle in your favor. So it's basically you can play through the entire thing, but like it's a no, you don't really have to focus on the combat so much. Why is the battle in this game so hard? Actually, I don't, it's kind of up my alley. I mean, I wouldn't try it at higher difficulties yet, just because I haven't actually played it at normal. Because in the tooltips it says if you're new to these type of games, play easy. So I've played easy all the way through once, I believe, I think. And I think I did story mode once just to like blitz my way through and get the story again so I could play Deadfire. But this time I'm going to play normal because when I did that the other time, when I did story mode and then jumped into Deadfire and then tried to play that in normal mode, I was just completely wrecked. So I'm going to practice with this game first, and then I will finally get to Deadfire, and I'll finally finish that game in normal mode. All right, got a new skill. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you all right? You seemed lost just now. I'm a watcher. He arched his eyebrows. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that's interesting. He gives you a sly grin. And I expect that explains how you survived a bivouac, In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare, and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. As you demonstrated. Let's continue on. Alright, now we get the second boyfriend.
17 and a half.
The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock wall. His pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smile.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Can you not get a dare? Like, can you just walk past him instead of engaging? You do not need to get any of the companions. You can absolutely play this game 100% solo. You can play it without getting any of the companions and only using the hirelings. And it is possible to kill them on accident. Also, it's a crime he's not romanceable in the second game. I know. But yeah, I have it set to... Hopefully I won't get to the point where I majorly fuck up and they die, but they will be maimed first. So the first time that should be a death will not be a death. But yeah, hopefully I don't get to that point. And if I do, I will probably reset to my last save. Aloth frowns. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Out of the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched. His smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think you're going to be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints' War. Only one in my lifetime. Fella decides he's the living incarnation of Eothas. Overthrows Raid Saris. Marches on Deerwood. So we gave him a Deerwoodian hello. What's a Deerwoodian hello?
We blew him up.
He smiles at this, but it is the smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. Who is Eothas? God of rebirth and redemption. Formally, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. I had other questions. I've got time. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Raedric sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with Kolsik. Plotting Raedric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman. He steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Raedric, then for protecting me. What does the town have against you?
Picked the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Aloth glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. Who's Kolsik? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Widewind's legacy started with Widewind. We could travel together. Where are you headed? Someplace called Cadnua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I've ever heard one.
All right then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Well, let's get going. Ha-cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha-cha. He can blow me up. Yeah, I know. I know Adair's your favorite, Cece. Alright, how we doing? 8:30? We could probably get one quest out of the way. Let's... Oh. You're a sight, sir. Amazing. I'm gonna go back to the previous area and clear that out, because that will open up some options in the Vale that will help. You love a soft country bumpkin? He is so good, and it is a crime that they had to give him a wife in Deadfire. It's so disappointing. Alright. Let's do the bandits first. Hey, assholes. Actually, all of you can just attack.
How may I help?
Oops, am I not? Oop, yeah, nope. Aloth, what are you doing? No, you should... What? It's ranged. Why are you going right up to him? Stop that. That was... Oh wait, that is Aloth. That is Adair that's up there. Okay, fine. Sorry, everyone. You were fine. Why can't I have two wives? I don't mind sharing. Did you miss Aloth? Nice. I like that skill. That's a tasty skill. You guys really don't need any of this shit. Stash it. Alright, the camp is actually back in here. I don't really want to take point, guys. What's up with this?
How may I help?
There we go.
Yeah?
That fixes it a little bit. Yeah, fine. Whatever. Hey, bud, we're here to save you. The young dwarf tending the stew looks up, startled, as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. What? The bandit turns. Get her, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Help me, please! One of the bandits gives Tenfrith a kick as they pass by him, and he huddles. Kick some ass! Bandit. Outlaw. What's the difference? Guess it doesn't matter. Attack! Attack! Attack!
Hey.
Oh, who are you coming for? No, you don't. Let's see. Missile them. You knock them over. And then I... Oh, I have 10. Nice. What can I do? Who are you attacking? You're attacking me. I could do Soul Shock on my... No, I can't do Soul Shock on myself. I could do it on Aloth, but he's not close enough. Sure, let's do that. Oh. That works for me. Excellent. Oh my god, okay. You need to be set to... Seek out new enemies to attack. Why are you not doing that then? What are you doing, bud? Oh, he's almost dead. Never mind.
Hey.
There he goes. Everybody attack that person. Adair, you're actually going to knock him down. That's right, I think. I don't remember. I think that number resets after each encounter. I wonder if I can accidentally kill Tenfrith. Hopefully not. Nice.
Well met, friend.
By the flame, thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored of me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. Listen, next time you're in Gilded Vale, stop by the Black Hound Inn. I'll let Pasca know just what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back at my oven again. Bye, dude. Take all your shit. All of it.
Steady does it.
Don't know if there's an actual secret here. Nope, doesn't look like it. I will take those. There is cooking in this game, if I remember correctly. Alright, there's that. Now we're off to fight a bear. Who's up this way? So I only oh, and then the Jarup's up past it. Yeah, kill you. You can handle it.
Hi?
Oh, damn. I leveled up. Let's take advantage of that. Survival's good. I want to get mechanics up, so I'll spend a point on lore. Ooh, new spells. 2 at level 2. What do you do? Bounce the psychic energy harmlessly off the target onto the closest nearby enemy, causing pierce damage. That's fun. So I could bump that off of a friendly. What are you? Overwhelms the target's mental ability to communicate with its own body, paralyzing it and causing its soul to emit a shockwave that can leave nearby enemies stuck. Ooh, that's nice. What about you? Co-ops the target's essence, generating a slashing blade of force that attacks them before leaping to up to 5 additional targets. Yummy. Phantom foes invades the mind of targets in the area of effect, causing them to believe they are surrounded by phantom foes, leaving them flanked for the duration. Psycho-vampiric shield. The cipher uses the target's strength of mind against it, stealing a portion of its resolve in order to better deflect incoming attacks. So that's a self thing. What? Okay, so this is something I could cast on a friendly. That's interesting. That's an interesting call, trade-off. Recall Agony causes the target to relive the psychic trauma of an injury moments after receiving it, experience the damage all over again. Foe target, 3% of all damage reapplied over 15.6 seconds. Huh. That's neat. I do very much like Amplified Thrust. What's you again? Paralyzing and stack. What do I have here? Oh, it won't tell me. I think I will go Mind Blades is nice, though. Okay, hang on. We'll do Mind Blades. I am concerned that Mind Blades is going to have friendly collateral. Uh-oh. We'll do Amplified Thrust, just to be safe. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Gather some of you. I'll have to go back that way anyways to get the sharps. Alright. Adair, you should really be at the head of this. Yup.
Hey.
Huh? Let's go.
Okay. Soul shock. Yep. You, sir.
How may I help?
Adair, you need to try and knock that guy down again. Ooh, buddy! Oh boy! Hey. Hey, maybe heal, huh? Maybe heal up? What am I doing? Can I do another thing? No, I can only attack.
Yes?
Still dead. Almost dead. Aloth, you're killing me. What is wrong with your settings?
Hi?
Oh God! Adair! Oh no, I can't do that. Okay, try another knockdown.
Hey.
How much do you cost? 20. Shit.
Huh?
Oh my God! Adair almost ate it. So the way the health works here is the red gauge is like your endurance. It starts out gray and then it continues to get more red as it goes down the thing. The health bar is the side bar, and so it's possible to get knocked out before losing all your health. And so if you get knocked out, that just means you'll rise at the end of the battle, but you're like, you didn't accidentally die. So I panicked a bit much. It's fine.
I shall be discreet.
There's a secret in here somewhere. Yep.
Found something.
take that. Get that. Don't think I really want that. Okay. A figure drifts suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. Reach out. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you've been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edge of your visions. You feel the sun on your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you have come a long way from the Vale, hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern, and the darkness extends far into the depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest, as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There is a roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden, terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lanced through with pain, but in the moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And then there is a great dark shape above you, and then there is more pain. The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into yourself with seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet, and the specter lingers. In a span of energy between you both, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. You're dead, spirit. There's nothing for you here. The spirit roils with thwarted anger and grief. Sorrow seems to seep into the very air of the cavern. The spirit dims and fades until you are alone once more. Alright, and then we'll sweep up the jar-ups, and we will call it a night. Oh, my back. Except first, we will... Hey, bud. Didn't I tell you to auto-level? I think so. Let's just give you more lore, bud. And then a little bit of survival, a little bit of that. Maybe you should get some athletics. Wait, hang on. Okay, 1 point in athletics, and then, or in survival, and then we'll get athletics up. No, I thought I said auto level. This is the worst. Combusting wounds is fun. What do you do? Infuses the caster with vitality, giving them a temporary increase to maximum endurance and health. That is not a heal. Ooh, Rolling Flame's fun. I like Rolling Flame. Let's do that. Mirrored Image is a creeps duplicate of the caster to distract enemies. Yeah, let's do that. Yes. Or Bewildering Spectacle. Confusing enemies in an area. Doesn't always work though. Let's do those. Next. Aha! Done. Oh, we discovered a camp and he has leveled up. Great. It would be nice for him to have bonus movement. Bump that up, bump that up, bump that up. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't need stealth or mechanics. It's fine. Fighter adopts a more conservative combat strategy, concentrating on locking down enemies that stray too close. The fighter increases his or her number of engagement targets to 3 at the expense of deflection. Guardian stance. The fighter devotes all his or her energy into defending allies, lowers accuracy but increases deflection of nearby allies. That's kind of nice. Discipline barrage. Significantly raises accuracy for a short amount of time. Okay, that's, you can turn that one on and off. This one's a passive. Causing percentage of the grazes to be converted to hits and increasing minimum damage from melee weapons. Ooh. Okay, let's do that. Just damage is nice. I like damage. Done. Don't really need a sneak. It's just Jarups. I say as we get our ass blasted. It's fine. He's fine. He gained a little health.
How bad?
There we go. Get that. Me. Let's do. Shit. Sorry, Adair. Sorry, bud. You're just kind of.
Yeah?
Oh god, guys, please. Please keep attacking. Alright. Easy.
Laying low.
Take all your bits. Thank you. Think there's a secret here somewhere. Yup!
Worth a look.
Take those. And yes, I'll take all those, thank you. Okay. Well, that's it. That's this map wiped. Wait. There's the ruin down here. But for that, I need a grappling hook. I can get grappling hook real quick, because I will 100% forget. Where do I want to be? Ingrid's. This is Smithy. Pretty sure it's here. Just speed walk there. The pitter patter of quiet feet. All right, my guy. This Owl Mal man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is a dusty blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square-jawed face coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome. You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? What do you have here? You've come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be, but we find weapons and armor to offer yet. All forged right here at the Black Hammer. Show me what's for sale. Oh, well, what happened? I learned that they need supplies. The supplies are late. He's worried about bandits. The dire situations in villages like this and the exodus to cities has created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. Yep. I will find your supplies. Okay, so that opens information for... No, wait, no, I want you to...
Welcome.
I'd like to see your wares, please. I need... Grappling hook. Thank you, that will be... Oh, wait, hang on. Up. And all this junketh. Nice! There! Almost. That is an expensive grappling hook. Items really are worth shit in this game. Like, unless they're enchanted, forget it. Maybe that's the... Maybe I should be enchanting? No, because then I'm using up my ingredients. It's fine. Trade. Now I got the grappling hook. Whoa. Tempted to steal, but there are so many people in that room. And go that way. How far can I zoom out? Oh, that far. Run, little people, run! My little friends. Fun fact, I have miniatures of Adair and Aloth and Pagalina because I backed Deadfire. I'll have to do a stream maybe sometime where I like show off all the swag I have. Take that off because there are some wolves in here. It's fine. Adair can take some hits.
Got him!
Yep. There they come. Oh, you almost have max, so let's wait a second. Hello? Who is not... You are not hitting. Why are you not hitting? Oh, because they died.
Yeah. I shall deal with this one.
Well, that did something. Hot damn. Okay. Good shit, team.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, there it is. Ooh.
Found something.
Don't mind if I do. I'll you take that. Ingredients go in the pack. Use a grappling hook. Climb to the top. Continue.
Yeah?
This guy has some gloves. Some of... But I want more. I want more of those. And this letter just tells about... So there's this whole thing where there's this guy named Fulvano. And like there's a couple of pieces of treasure you can get by following this letter. Whoever finds to pay for me. We should have journeyed south together and been safer for it. I will tolerate all the gloating in the world if I might live to hear it. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so we'll find Fulvano dead at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and that's it. And now the map is cleared. And now we'll go back to Gilded Vale and end with a sleep. And with a little sleep. Ugh. There are a couple of other side quests I have to tackle. Kalisha's sister is here. I need to go talk to Nantan and Pearlie's wife. Oh, who else? There's a little bit to do at the windmill, but we can do that another time. Stash. I wish there's an easy way. Yeah, you can't right click them. That's annoying. Sell all this crap. that ring. Overseeing. Increase area of effect. I'm going to give that to Aloth. Because my luck would have it, I am just going to hit more people that I don't want to be hitting. Increased dexterity, I will absolutely take that. Thank you. This is a minor regeneration. So that's endurance over time. You could use some endurance. Have some beer. An ale. What's this? Fleet feet. You don't really need movement speed. I could use movement speed, maybe. Here, bud, have another beer. On me. Put those in there. And we're good. I should actually probably put some of those in stash. There. No need to be carrying too many Delios.
Well met, friend.
Hello and welcome to the... Oh, it's you! Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. So what'd you like? Sell all this junk. Okay, yeah, because... Ooh! Cookies! What do you do? Cancel. Right click. Constitution, Perception, max health. Endurance, Constitution, Perception. These are all... Oh! We have actual things we can buy because what's-his-name is back cooking. That makes sense. And that just gives endurance. Let's go ahead and get some food, huh? Constitution, Perception, max health. Endurance, Constitution, Perception. That might be nice, except... Endurance, Might, Perception. Wait, what do you do? Endurance, Constitution. Endurance and 2 Constitution. Hey, I will take that, please. Sweet Pie, Endurance, and Dexterity. Let's do the cookies also. Oops. Accept. Cool. Trade. Excellent. Oh, I can afford Labor's Rest again. That's nice. Rest. Right. So that'll be it for the night. It's 9 o'clock over here. I have work tomorrow. Save game. File 1. Alright, there we go. Everybody's healed up. Everybody has their level ups. Cool. There we go. So yeah. That was the first 2.5 hours of Pillars of Eternity, since the first half hour was me. character creating. Yeah, I've missed this game. I love the world. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, I really, really love the world of this place. I want to replay the entirety of Pillars of Eternity and Deadfire so that I can finish the story finally. So that when eventually Avowed comes out, I will be primed and ready. I'm so excited for whenever that game comes out in however many years from now. But yeah, so that was very productive. I'm surprised by how much I remember. It was literally, when I checked GOG, it was literally like 4 years since I last played this game. So, but yeah, thank you for joining me. Really appreciate it. I will be continuing this Pillars playthrough all the way through Deadfire. VODs will be up on my YouTube channel. I only put up VODs for like games I am consciously wanting to document. So Pillars will be up there. I will eventually get back around to playing Final Fantasy 15. And then in between doing all that, I will probably play more Monster Hunter. So yeah, I think for the time being, it'll be Pillars and Monster Hunter as like my main two, bumping back and forth. But we'll see. I kind of just play whatever I feel. So yeah, and I have too many games in my Steam from like a decade. Wait, more than a decade. 15 years of like just stashing games and buying them over the years. So maybe one day I'll play them all. But yeah. Thank you all again for watching. I am tired. I talked way more than I have in I don't know how long during this pandemic. A lot. Talked more than I do in like a normal month. So if I don't play this game again soonish, it's probably because my throat hurts and I need to be resting it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Please follow if you want to keep up with my VODs. My permanent archive is on YouTube. There should be a link in my bio. But yeah, thank you everyone and have a good night.